Hi, my name is Ron Wilstein, and I'm a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Homes International here in Park City, Utah. Thank you for watching this webinar, and we're going to look at today the Willow Creek Estates market and see what's been selling and what kind of activity we've been seeing there of late. Before we get started, I just want to mention to you that if you have any questions that I don't happen to cover during this webinar, feel free to send me an email and I'll promptly reply to it. You can send it to ron@thewillsteinteam.com, and if you'd like a call from me, include your phone number and the best time for me to contact you, and I would be happy to do so. Well, before we look at Willow Creek Estates, let's take a look at the Park City market overall, kind of to form the backdrop of the information on your local neighborhood. Over the past 12 months, we have seen a total of 1,391 sales in Park City. Now that consists of homes, condominiums, and vacant land combined, and that's all real estate sales of all real estate brokerages combined. The good news is that's up 18% or 216 sales. When we break it down into the categories of homes, condos, and lots, this graph in front of you shows exactly what the increase has been looking back at the last 12 months and the 12 months before that. For homes, we had 503 sales. It's gone up 16% over the past year. We've had more recently the 582 sales. Condominiums also rose by 16% from 520 transactions to 603. And then lots saw the greatest increase, a 36% increase from 152 sales to 206 transactions. But what happened with prices? Let's talk about prices. Everybody wants to know about prices. For the medium home prices, and medium we mean if you take the full spectrum of properties that sold, the median price within a given price area or price range, we see that in Park City it rose by 20% from $1,012,500 all the way to $1,216,250. So really nice increase in the value of properties. Homes in the Snyderville Basin, which is the county area of Park City, if you will, they rose by 14% from $620,000 as a medium sold price to $709,000. Condominiums rose also. Within the Park City limits, the median price was $475,000, and that climbed to $509,000, and that's up 7%. The condos in the Snyderville Basin rose by 20%, with the median sold price being $269,950 over a year ago to this past year $322,847. Finally, when we look at vacant land, we see the prices increased by approximately 10% in the Park City limits, with the median sold price climbing from $500,000 to $550,000, and in the Snyderville Basin from $225,000 to $300,000, up 33%. So the good news of all this is that we saw in both homes, condos, and lots, the number of transactions have climbed and prices have climbed in each category. So overall, the Park City marketplace is very, very strong. And it's worth taking a look back at the very height of our market, which was in 2005. This is when we saw 2,989 sales of homes, condos, and lots combined, all real estate companies combined. Then the next year it plummeted down, and then it dropped and it dropped, and we finally found the bottom there in 2009, and with the fewest number of sales really in the history of Park City. Then it's been climbing ever since. In 2010 it went to 955 transactions, and then to 1,112 in 2011, and then to 1,228 in 2012. Of course, we're not all the way through 2013. We are 10 months through the year, from January through the end of October when I'm presenting this in November. And we can see that we're going to break that quantity of transactions yet again in 2013. So a nice strong pattern of sales overall in our marketplace. So now let's turn our attention to Willow Creek Estates neighborhood. Well, I'd like to be able to say that we've seen the number of transactions increase, but we actually haven't year-over-year comparison. We had 4 transactions compared to 7 the year before, and that's down mathematically by 43%. So the number of transactions has actually dropped off in the Willow Creek Estates neighborhood. It's not a huge neighborhood, but number of sales are down a little bit. Now, Willow Creek Estates homes are selling at a pace of one sale every 91 days. And we call this absorption rate because what we do is we look at how many transactions we've had over the past year, compare it against how many properties are currently on the market to determine roughly what the absorption rate for the current inventory is. There are currently 5 homes on the market in Willow Creek Estates, which mathematically speaking equates to a 15-month inventory if the rate of sale continues where it is. Hopefully that will pick up and increase. The selling prices of Willow Creek Estates homes have ranged anywhere from a low of $1,695,000 all the way up to a high of $2,170,000 over the past year. So the median sold price is $1,866,875. That's actually down 7% from the previous year. But do keep in mind, when you only have 4 transactions, it's hard to put too much weight into these statistics. While they're correct, I just wouldn't overvalue the impact of them. Here we see what the median sold price was the year before, $2 million, down the 7% to $1,866,875. There were no lot sales in Willow Creek over the past 24 months, so nothing to report this past year or for the year before. Now, if you're interested in receiving a printout of the homes that have sold in Willow Creek Estates, I'm happy to send that to you. Then you can see the specifics behind these transactions that I'm referring to here. Simply send me an email at ron@thewilsteinteam.com and I'll be happy to provide you with that information. Now, you may want to have updates on what's happening at the Willow Creek anytime throughout the year, and we make those available for you whenever you ask. I just want to show you through our website how you can get an immediate update on what's happening in your neighborhood, as opposed to waiting till the next time I record a webinar on Willow Creek, although we tend to do these regularly. If you want to know something sooner, then this is how you do it. You simply go to BuyParkCity.com/Willow Creek, or you can go to thewilsteinteam.com/Willow Creek. It'll take you to the same place. If you bookmark that, then you can refer to it often. If you go to that site, it will take you directly to the page on our website for Willow Creek Estates. We have a special page there. You're looking at it right now, and you can see the green button here is to watch the webinar for the upcoming Willow Creek Estates, for an update on the Willow Creek Estates. In essence, you're watching that right now. And if you wanted to get an update as to specifically what has been selling, what you do is you click this maroon button that kind of turns purple, and it will take you to a form that says current sales data request. You take just a couple seconds to fill in your name and your email address, and if you want, you can put in your physical mailing address. If you do, we will send you our quarterly update newsletter that provides you with some helpful information, but that's up to you. And then you would come down to the subdivision here, and you type in Willow Creek Estates and indicate whether you're an owner, which would be a seller here, or whether you're a buyer, and then any comments that you might have. If you have any particular questions that you'd like me to address, just include them there. And then at the bottom of the form you have the submit form, and you click that and I'll receive an email, and upon receiving that I'll promptly give you an answer and send that data out to you. So we just like you to be kept informed about what's happening. We're not going to bug you or anything like that, but if you want an update, that's the fastest way to get it anytime you want. With that in mind, let me just take you back a page on the website before I move on. If you go to the Willow Creek Estates page, you will see a bit of a write-up, and then after the buttons that I've referred to, here are those 5 properties that are on the market. And what you can do is you can go to any one of them. I'll just go to this one arbitrarily and click this one, and it will take you to a page where you'll see the details on the property. It will scroll through images. You can see there on the right, this one's on Cottonwood Lane. Has the offering price, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, the square footage. A lot of good information, and if you have any questions about that one, you just click the inquiry button, or if you want to save it as a favorite, you can save it as a favorite. A lot of good information there. The other thing that a lot of people like to use is this tab here, bird's eye view, and if you click on that, you'll get an aerial view of the neighborhood, and it shows you right there. There's Cottonwood Lane. Here's the property right here, and you can actually zoom in if you want and kind of look around a little bit. So this is a helpful tool just to become acquainted with the neighborhood. So feel free to take advantage of that. I know that's a popular one. Anyway, so that's in a snapshot how the website works. Feel free to take advantage of that if you want to. If you are curious, by the way, as to how much your property may be worth, just send me an email, and I would be happy to contact you, arrange a time to see it, and then to give you the data and provide you with a current market analysis as to what your property is worth. As we wrap up here, let me just mention that every single month we present the Park City Market Talk webinar. This is a brief webinar. It lasts 20 minutes, sometimes less. And we update it each month on the second Tuesday of the month. We will cover an overview of what's happening in the Park City marketplace, and then we zero in on specific topics that are on people's minds and are very timely. As we move into the ski season, we may discuss what's happening at the resorts, especially with the changes at the canyons and with Vail Resorts. But we deal with very relevant, timely topics there, and so feel free to join us for that. If you want to be included in a monthly reminder, send us your email. We'll be sure to remind you each time we change that webinar and update you. But that is done every single month. And that's it. So I want to just thank you for taking the time to watch this webinar. We're here to assist you in any way that we can. And so from Park City, I wish you a great day. Bye-bye.